All right, welcome to the OGs of the DMV show. We are the OGs. That's Big Al. Trey's on the left. He's going to be popping in and out. He's a busy man, and I'm the deacon. Fellas, we've been having a good week. Came off a win that was surprising to some people. But in the DMV, we saw it coming because we've been playing very good. Very good. You know, there's a time in the Washington history, there was something that we used to call Camelot. It was something we used to call Shangri-La. Back in the day when we were winning Super Bowls, topping the division, it was beautiful. It was beautiful back then. We went to Super Bowl with three different quarterbacks, won the Super Bowl with three different quarterbacks. Mark Rippon was one of the outliers, and he even won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? He wasn't the greatest quarterback, but Joe Gibbs was the glue. He was the glue of the whole thing. We might have just found us some more glue. Big Al, we might have tripped in some glue because we were trying to get the dude from Detroit here. He, didn't want to take an interview. That's fine. We bagged into Dan Quinn. Then everything fell into place.
The brotherhood, baby. The brotherhood.
Offense coordinators coming out of everywhere. Defensive coordinators coming out of everywhere. Position coaches leaving head coaching jobs, coming to be a position coach.
Ball is life. Ball is life.
That's what it's about right now. That's what it's about. And back then, we had good wide receivers back then, but the main person was who? John Riggins. John Riggins was the main running back then, and it was a running team. We would throw the ball for the fluff, but in between the 20s, man, it was all about John Riggins. We might have lumped into that with B-Rob.
Right.
It went to a passing league, and now we're on the cusp. We're on the frontier of bringing it back to a running team football game. Because we run the ball with purpose. We throw the ball with purpose. We play the game every Sunday with a scheme to beat the team that's in front of us. Not just a scheme that we play and we hope it, wins most of the time. We're scheming plays up for individual teams now, which last 4 years, man, I ain't seen none of that. No adjustments at halftime, man. We going in making adjustments at halftime. We coming out with a fresh 15. You know what I mean? We come in the game with a fresh 15. We go into halftime and come out with a fresh 15. We ain't seen that in a while. Big Al. What are your thoughts on the cohesiveness of the play calling and the ability for the team to run the plays, knowing that we aren't the greatest team out there individually, but together, it seems like we're playing ball, man.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I've been thinking about some nicknames for the team, just hearing out stuff, man, because you're exactly right. The fact that the team is very cohesive. We don't have the best athletes in the world, but we're playing together very well. We're really focusing on the details. If you notice, we're not really having a lot of penalties, which is, what I'm saying?
That's since that first game.
Yeah, that's since the first game. The penalty levels went down, man. And like I said, like you said, the head coach with can continue to communicate about the brotherhood, continue to reinforce that ball is life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then the community starting to see how this particular version of the Commanders are playing ball, man. So I've heard some nicknames starting to come out. We're going to come up with some type of offensive nickname. I like, right now, I'm liking Run DMV. Run DMV.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm liking that right now because primarily, we're pretty much a running team. When you watch the all 22, what we're doing very, very well is running the rock.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually running the rock, and it looks like it doesn't matter who's running the rock. We're getting good blocking. And some of the best blockers we got is our young boy Coleman. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing a hell of a job.
And the tight ends. On the tight ends, Ben Simic, the rookie Ben Simic, is blocking his butt off. You know what I'm saying? Along with our previous blocking tight end is blocking very good too. So, and then Ertz is blocking. He's a good blocker. He's a veteran blocker. You know what I'm saying? He's getting it done.
He gets in the way.
So we're getting really good blocking from the tight ends. We're getting great play calling, great run. Our run marries our passing, even though our passing is good. I'm not saying that. And Jaden is steadily taking steps forward in passing, getting better and better. But the running game is really what's carrying us. I know everybody's, right now the media is, JD5, which is fine. The quarterback should take the credit when it's due. But if you really, really watch this, we're running that rock, man. We're running that rock. And the blocking is actually pretty, pretty good. So, yes, I think with the way the coach is coaching the team is steady progressing, and we're running that rock, and that's really helping our defense out a whole lot because our defense, we know, is a work in progress.
And it's helping our offensive line as well. It's helping our offensive line because it's easier to block than it is to pass block. Run blocking is easier to do, even though you have to do more and exert more energy to do so. But if you ask any offensive lineman, they always say they love blocking for a run more than they block for a pass because you get to hit somebody. You know what I'm saying? Not just sit back and wait to get hit and try to, hold somebody off from getting to the quarterback. And I've seen, our offensive line actually open holes. Now, they ain't been gaping holes, but our running backs are finding the edges, the creases to get through the hole to make a couple yards. And Jeremy McNichols, who I have to eat my shorts on this one because I said, I didn't think he was going to do anything. Dude, now let's be honest, he hadn't done anything prior to this year. You know what I'm saying? He's a good blocker, but as far as putting up a performance or anything like that, scoring touchdowns, that wasn't his game. But even he showed that he has flashes in this type of offense where Cliff is kind of keeping the defense off of balance. He's mixing his plays up just enough to be able to call a run play and have the defense off of their schedule. And we're doing a lot of we call it no huddle offense, where we're getting the defense on the field that we want, and we're keeping them on the field. And by the time we run 10, 11 plays, which we've been doing, by the time we get down to the end zone, man, these guys are tired.
Wow.
We're running three tight ends for 11 plays. I saw something where they were showing where even though it was the same unit on the field, they ran like 7 different formations in a row. And that takes practice, which is something that we always talk about. Coaching takes coaching because you have to be able to coach not only the rookie quarterback to call these different positions, you have to have your players understanding your playbook enough to know that, okay, this is what's going on. And it's so beautiful right now. And it's like we struck a spring and the water's sprouting out. And we're just happy right now. I'm happy. And I'll say it. I'm excited. I'm not going to be afraid to be excited because I think even if things don't go as good as they've gone for the last 3 weeks, we still have found things that bode well for the future. Quarterback, left tackle, center, left guard, right guard. You know what I'm saying? Even Wiley hasn't been a disappointment. And it's probably because of the way they call the plays. They don't sit back and ask him to block 4 or 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? That's not his game.
Right.
So they put the tight end over there. They running the running back over there to chip, helping them out, helping people who need help, not just saying, hey, this is your job. You should be good at it. If you're not good at it, then help me out. Help me help us. You know what I mean? So I think we've gotten some key pieces on offense. You got Terry, the wide receiver. I think who's number 12? I forget his name.
Number 12, you're talking about
his brother,
McCaffrey.
I think McCaffrey's going to be okay. he's starting to show flashes as far as getting open. Now, just because you're open doesn't mean you don't get the ball all the time, but he's getting constantly open to the point where if he gets in the line of vision, he will get the ball. And even Noah Brown, even though you say he's hurt this week, right? He got a groin.
He has a groin injury.
I think next year, he was hurt in this year, the shoulder, right? So he's probably going to be nicked and nacked all year long, in and out of the lineup. But I think next year, after he gets a full season being off in the
training room,
all this stuff, I think next year is going to be his flash year.
Right.
And we also got to remember that he was a 7th round pick. So we're not looking for him to be a number 1 wide receiver, but we are looking for him to be a productive wide receiver.
Right. 2 or 3, yep.
Yeah, 2 or 3, yeah. I take either one. And actually, the way we're playing now and the gems that we found in the draft, it helps us next year in the draft because we don't have to look for certain positions anymore. We don't have to be hoping for a quarterback.
Best player available.
For a left tackle. So best player available that helps the team.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is definitely going to have to be cornerback. You know what I'm saying?
Or defensive end.
Defensive end, but your boy had 2 sacks last week.
Yeah, he did. Armstrong.
So depending on he's our sack leader right now. So depending on how he progresses, you might have one good defensive end and one average. You know what I mean? That's okay. Because you can play one side average, you can lean that side and let your boy go to work on the other side. And then cornerbacks are, you can't, they're not dime a dozen, man. You got to go get your cornerback. We need a cornerback who can be a number 1 cornerback, not just number 1 quarterback this week because of this player's playing. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna say this, Deacon, first before we get off the run game. We have to know the NFL has kind of changed a little bit because there was so much passing in the previous years that most teams play light in the box. And what I mean by light in the box, they take a DB, they take a linebacker out, and they add a safety, and they go with 3 safety looks, and you get a chin or you get a hybrid safety, and when they go light in the box. So when you go light in the box, then that should open up your run game. And what I mean by open up your run game is that you just don't have the linebackers and defensive linemen are all playing really pass. You got 2 safeties deep, and then you got 1 linebacker that's really a safety, and you can run right at it. So you see a team like Baltimore with Derrick Henry and the quarterback killing teams running the ball because everybody's light in the box trying to defend against the deep pass. And we're seeing the same look too. And what a Cliff is doing is going 11 personnel where he's going 3 tights. And he's running and passing out of 3 tights, which is hard to read. So a lot of teams see us in 3 tights and go light in the box. When they go light in the box, then you got your boy coming back. B. Roberts coming, and all our running backs are running hard, and we're blocking good. So the NFL had that changed. Everybody was going light in the box, and then offensive coordinators are caught up to it. So you see scoring down a little bit, but you get time possession. If you can light in the box and you run that ball, you ground and pound. You run that clock out. So you see the Commanders having 10 and 12 play drives, wearing teams out. Hey, last team, Phoenix quit.
Yeah, Phoenix, they quit.
We took their socks. As my man Trey Z would say,
that's right.
We took their socks, man, because we were going 10 and 12 play drives. And because they stayed light in the box, trying to keep us from running deep, you know what I'm saying? And we just picked them apart. So we got to give credit to Cliff Kingsbury, our offensive coordinator, and also give credit to our offensive line, and especially give credit to JD5, because JD5 is not making the crucial mistakes. A lot of times rookies make crucial mistakes. And so far, knock on wood, JD5 has not made crucial mistakes. And then he has an arm. He's a very talented young man. He has a great arm game. He can throw that rock when he wants to. And then he has 4.2 speed, 4.3 speed. Yeah, which he needs to run. He got it with a little wiggle. That's scaring teams. So that's given us 42 points. 42 last week? You know what I'm saying? So
hey, listen, we punted once and threw an interception once and still dropped 40 on them.
still drop 40.
Still dropped 40 on them. That's hard to do.
It's hard
That's
to
hard
do.
to do.
In
So
the NFL, it's hard to do.
yeah, that's hard to do. So what do you think about Eckler? Eckler wasn't there this week, but has he been a surprise for you? Because a lot of people thought he was kind of old, washed up, maybe lost a step because he would play good last year. But I mean, he's been crucial in a couple games, especially on getting the first down.
Well, I think Eckler's value is more so not what he's producing on the field, which is great. I'm surprised by, he's at the tail end of his career, but he still got some juice left. That's what he showed. He got some juice left. But I listened to
Eckler. Kickoff return.
Huh? Yeah, he got some
kickoff return.
He got some juice left. But I listened to him on the radio. He comes on. He has a radio. He comes on, I think, on the Junkies or one of those shows up here in DC, and he talks about what he does during the week. Because really, Eckler is like a coach. So he's coaching up the offense, especially the running backs, also JD5, and about being meticulous on your play call. When he calls the play, he always says the small things count. That's like his number one thing. Doing the small things count. And he's always encouraging the guys. His coaching style is making sure that they're doing the small things and being meticulous and being precise on the plays and being precise on your job and encouraging these young guys and also some of these veterans in being precise. That what he says that's winning football. That's what he believes is winning football. So you see that. That's the reason why we're not making mistakes.
Yeah.
Our penalty level is a little bit down. We had that one penalty game, which was the Giant game. We kept messing up when we got to the 5-yard line. But besides that, the last two games, our penalties been down, and they've been very precise. And his point of view is, being very precise on what your job is, knowing your job and being precise on it, and on the little stuff. And I think that's really him and Ertz and also Bobby Wagner's biggest value is that they're player coaches. That's their biggest value. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's and I was thinking when you're saying that about what the comment you just made before that was that we took their socks. Atlanta quit. I think they quit before they even got on the field. And I'll say this, and this is why. I think the defense quit after the offense quit. I think the offense came in, especially the quarterback. They didn't want nothing to do with Frankie Love. When they saw last week that he ran somebody down, tackling from behind, and hurt him from behind with a tackle, I don't think that little cat wanted to run out of the pocket. Yeah. He ran one time for 3 yards. He was not looking to run.
Yeah, Frankie Love was our spy during that game. He was our spy.
He did not want Frankie coming and having the word with him.
Yeah.
So we're moving on to Cleveland now. So Cleveland's coming up this week. A little more of a test as far as the defense is concerned. What do you think about the matchup with Coleman and
Miles Garrett? Miles Garrett.
It's going to be a test.
So the way I understand it, watching the All-22, Coleman and the backup deep tackle, both of them are playing both about 40 plays a game. They switching back and forth.
You mean, yeah.
I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of his name right now. But and Coleman is quick, great. He's a good athlete, very powerful, strong, but he's not that big, believe it or not. He's big. To us, he's big. He's 6'4", 6'5", about 300. But the other tackle that backs up Coleman that plays about 20 plays too, the older guy, I don't know why I can't think of his name. Lucas. Lucas is actually 6'6", 240. He's the bigger one out of the two. Now, actually, Coleman is the better blocker, especially run blocker, but Lucas is the better pass blocker. And I think the contrary of the two different left tackles is messing with usually the star defensive end. Now, saying all of that, Myles Garrett is top 2, top 3 defensive end in the league. Him, J.J. Watt, and the guy from Kansas City. I can't think Neil. I can't think of the guy in Kansas City. Those three are pretty much 3 top defensive ends in the league. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And I don't, I think Myles Garrett's going to get 1 or 2 sacks. He's going to get his sacks.
Right.
This is very important that we, battle him. Just battle him. I think if we can battle him, stay away from Ward, the DB, on that same side, and try to work on the other guys, we can make some hay. That's my personal feeling. Now, this is probably the best D we probably going to play against since Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I'm seeing us still. If we hold to what we've been doing the last 2 weeks, they can't stop us. I'm seeing they can't stop. We're gonna put about 28 on them, and believe it or not, I'm not that confident in Cleveland's offense without Chubb.
Well, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that quarterback is a danger right now. I think he is a game manager, which isn't bad, but for his style of play and what he used to be, that is more. That helps us more than it helps them. It takes a little pressure off of the defense because he's not going to be back there running around looking to, run down 20, 30 yards and try to score or anything like that. He may run a couple times maybe to get a, first down if he can, but he's not that scrambler anymore like he used to be. And it could be the way they called the game. It could be the type of because he got some players. They got players, but it's like we were saying earlier. It's like our team is more cohesive right now than their team is. We don't even have any drama going on in Washington. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we are a no-nonsense team right now that is flying around trying to play hard and fast.
Yeah, right.
And if we score 28, man, you might be right. I don't think they can score 28.
I don't.
I think their average is like 16.
Right. And so, I think if they had Chubbs back, the running back,
mm-hmm.
and that's our weakness, you know what I'm saying, we might be in trouble. But we understand that Chubbs is practicing, but I don't think he's going to play this game. You know what I'm saying? So by us, our defense steady improving. By them not having Chubbs back, I know they got the good tight end, a good wide receiver. Watson is not what he used to be, like you said, but he's still functionable. And that's face the fact. Our defense is not world beaters yet. We're not.
No.
We compete though, right? We're competing now. Where in the
getting better every week.
Yeah, we get a little better every week. So we keep competing. So we compete and do our thing. I don't see them scoring over 28 points. And I think our offense, even though this is probably the best D we probably going to play this in the first 4 games, I think we can put 28 points on. We play like we've been playing. We can put 28 points on.
Well, 28, I think would do it. I think it would do it. And it would show that we are consistently scoring the football. That's a big thing, too, is being consistent on the offense, scoring points in the red zone, and making teams have to play us. There's a lot of times back in the day once Dan Snyder bought the team that we were playing. A lot of times people would come in and just smack us in the face, and we would fold. And that was the reputation around the league.
Right.
If they get on top of us, we will fold.
Right.
I don't think we have that reputation anymore.
Well, I think we're working that reputation off. I think Cincinnati was the start of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That we went on national TV and we have.
Even Tampa Bay when we lost, we didn't fold.
We didn't fold. But I think people saw us on that Monday night joint. People saw us, and they saw that Jaden was a talent, and we all know Jaden is a talent. Yeah. He's a talent. He's a game breaker. I personally believe right now Cliff's offense is making Jaden look better as he's improving. You know what I'm saying? Cliff is doing a good job of calling plays, but Jaden is steady coming. He's steady coming. Yeah. And I think by the end of the season, Jaden's going to be there to be, one of the top 5 quarterbacks. Now, right now, everybody's the national press.
Yeah.
But that sells tickets, D. That's face the fact. That sells tickets. We're fans. We watch the game every week. We know what Jaden can do and what he can't do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, Be honest with you, Jaden's still a one read dude. Every once in a while, he feels
I don't
comfortable.
think so, Big Al. I think
Let me finish my statement.
Okay.
I watched all 22. When he feels comfortable in that pocket, he will go to a second and third read. You know, and like for example, this last game, our offensive line was blocking the butt off. You know what I'm saying? And he got comfortable in that pocket. That's why you saw that second half. He was going to the second and third read, and his best play was when he hit McCaffrey across the middle. That was his third read. You know what I'm saying? That was his third read. So when he gets comfortable in that pocket, he can do that. He's not quite at the level of, I hate to say this, Kirk Cousins, who, you know what I'm saying, with pressure coming, he can go to his third read.
Right, he's still a rookie.
But he's still a rookie. He still has something to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Our line, our line wasn't projected to be any good.
Right, that's
true. So it was a one read, get it out your hand because you don't have a lot of time.
Right.
But now we're starting to see that, we got a little time back there.
We got a little bit more time.
Maybe the third read. And then you get to the third read, use your legs at some point. Get out of the pocket, maybe one. Because I like the way he moved the pocket to the right and hit the receiver. It was right in his line of sight.
I think Cliff is steadily doing a good job of coaching him and pushing him forward, doing a little bit more and more and more. Like I looked at the pass that he threw, the interception pass that he threw to Terry. Terry actually was the right guy to go to. Terry was NFL open. And what that means is, you only got a couple inches of NFL open. He was just slightly off, a little late on the pass and a little high. And that gave the DB behind him a chance to make a play on the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, and really, when you look at the play, he quite didn't have his feet set where he normally has his feet set. That's why the pass. But, for the most part, Jaden is an accurate guy. That particular play, he was slightly off. And, that makes a difference in the NFL. But on that play, Terry was like the third or second option. He went to him, you know what I'm saying? And he gunned it, you know what I'm saying? And Terry was the guy that was open that play. He just slightly was off. And that tells me that he's progressing. You're going to make your mistakes. You got to make your mistakes when you start passing downfield. But we got to get to the level we want to win that big game. You just can't run the ball all the time. You got to just progressively get better.
Some splash plays. Got to have some splash plays down the field just to keep everybody honest.
Keep them honest,
And you're right. I think Cliff is doing what we always ask offense coordinators to do, but never do, which is design your offense around your players.
Right.
Don't make your players work themselves into your offense because it just works better that way. It always seems whenever you see a good offensive coordinator, it's always because the quarterback and the offense coordinator are in sync. He doesn't do what the offense coordinator doesn't want him to do. The offense coordinator only does what the quarterback can do, and they progress from there. And I think that's what we got going on right now. Is happening faster than we thought it was going to happen, and probably because Jaden has played so many college games that he came in NFL ready. He's using some plays that he ran in college, that work here. You know what I'm saying? That's why he says the offensive, college offense.
Yeah.
But we whipping your ass with that college offense, so it doesn't matter whether it's a college offense or not. Right now, we're whipping NFL ass.
Right.
So the more we push forward, the more they put into the playbook, the more we get stable with what we're trying to do and our identity as an offense and as a team. This is only going to get better. You know what I mean? It's going to have its ups and downs, but I'd rather have the ups and downs that we have going forward, moving in a good direction, as opposed to just throwing stuff at the wall like spaghetti, hoping it sticks.
Yeah, I watched an interview that Joe Gibbs did back in the 80s. He talked about he came from the Air Coryell offense. He was the offensive coordinator for Air Coryell and out there in San Diego.
Oh, sure.
And when he came here, he wanted to have that Air Coryell type offense, but he didn't have the players. He had John Riggins.
Yeah.
He had Joe Theismann. And they wasn't Dan Fouts and Jefferson and all those great guys, Chandler, and all those great guys they had in San Diego. So he tailored his offense to what John Riggins can do. That was his best player. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, he had a totally different type offense than what you saw in San Diego by the time the end of the year. That's the same thing that Cliff's doing. Cliff's doing an excellent job at it. We do have some injuries this week, so hopefully we can get healed up before the game.
What are the injuries?
Yeah, we want B-Rob to be healthy. We do get Eckler back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think you be careful with that. I don't think you run him a full game. I think you give him about 10 plays, you know, make sure that he doesn't have a back-to-back concussion. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, Nichols proved that he can play in his league. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nichols proved that. So we can put Nichols back there too.
Yeah. He's still there.
I believe we're getting our linebacker when our rookie linebacker is supposed to be coming back.
I think he's off the PUP list and he has a 20-day cycle. One day. Yeah, okay. So I don't think he's going to be playing this week, but he is eligible to come back off of the list now.
I think Effie Obada is coming back too to help with the thing.
Yes,
yeah, he may help in the interior for you know. Effie Obada's a strong dude, man.
Yeah, he is.
He might can help us a little bit in that middle. We're still kind of struggling in that middle. Let's face the fact, we are.
Why are you so tall? Yeah. So even with that, though, I think it's going to be an interesting game because even though they may have a pretty good defense, we got a pretty good offense. And it's going to be interesting to see if Cliff can keep up his ability to keep their defense from substituting and keep them on the field and get them tired some kind of way. Using the game to win the game. You know what I mean? Right. Game within the game type of stuff. So
I want to see the improvement in the run defense. I mean, I think that
it would be nice.
It'd be nice. I think Cleveland. If I'm Cleveland, I'm running the rock
all day long.
All day long. That's our weakness. And right up the middle, we weak right up the middle.
Until you can stop it.
Until you can stop it. So if I'm Cleveland, I'm not throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? Even though our secondary is weak, and they do have a pretty good wide receiver. What's the guy from Dallas? He's there. He's been pretty good for them. I can't think of his name right now, but he's pretty good for. Huh?
Okay, yeah.
They have a guy, a pretty good wide receiver, and a good tight end too. The tight end is really good, you know. But I think the whole overall defense is not that strong. But one of the things I think that may hurt our offense is running the rock and keeping the ball away from our offense. You know what I'm saying? And keeping the defense fresh. So I'm Cleveland. I'm seeing them trying to run that ball, and I'm hoping Dan Quinn and them can make the adjustment to stop that run.
Yeah, and even though we've been run on pretty well, everybody has run on us pretty good. It's been between the 20s. They really haven't gashed us in the end zone type of area. You know, I think we got that kind of bend don't break type of defense we got going on right now. And that's not the prettiest thing, but even like last week, they gashed us with the run last week. When they run like 200 yards, every back just got 200 yards.
Yeah. We only scored 14 points, though.
They only scored 14. You know what I mean? So it may not be pretty. It's effective at the moment. Now, Chubb is a good running back. And he's like Eckler. You get him on the end zone, he's going to find the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know if he's coming back. I know he's practicing, but I don't know if he's going to actually play this game. I'm hoping that he does. Because we got Henry next week, so I'm trying to get everybody geared up for Henry next week. You know.
Well, they need to win. They need to win this week.
Yeah,
so I think they may be throwing everything.
I think they're 0-3, right?
Yeah, so they may be throwing everything.
Yeah, they may activate Chubb. They may. He did practice this week.
Yeah, I'm more afraid of Chubb than I am Henry.
Yeah, both of them are good. Yeah,
just me. I just think you can get Henry going east and west, and you can handle him.
Stop him, yeah. But Chubb can do it all. Chubb can do it all.
That's going to be a Bobby Wagner game. It's going to be Bobby.
Yeah, it's going to be Bobby and Louvu game, man.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that Payne and Alec and they played a little better last week. I think they both.
Allen played a lot better last week.
I think they both had a sack.
Yeah, they did, and I think I don't think they've been playing bad. I just think they just haven't been getting sacks. You know what I mean? And I think they're asking them to do different things than they're accustomed to doing. So they kind of got to, just like everybody else, man. They got to get their bearings together in this defensive line. And I think, I don't know, maybe they need to do less stunts. Maybe they do more stunts. It's something going on in that line where they're actually getting blocked out of the hole. We need them to. It's almost like a run blitz. You know what I mean? go up a certain amount, you stop, wait, see what they got the ball up, go in. So, and they both can do that because they're both strong as hell.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see this week. We'll see. I mean,
what you got for first? What's your bet going to be?
I'm dropping 2 again. I'm dropping 2 in the win.
I'm a little
until
bit
they lose.
Huh?
Yeah, until they lose, I ain't betting for them to lose, man.
Yeah. We're gonna give Zoe his what? Trey Z gonna get his 500 again, right? Since he's not.
Nah, don't drop 5 on. That's a bit. That's extreme.
He's been dropping 5, right?
No, he did 3.
All right, we giving him his 3, and I'm gonna match his 3 because I'm a little bit more. I'm actually a little bit more confident in this game than I was against Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Just by seeing the defense get incrementally better, I think our defense is gonna get better. I think our offense maybe not put 42. That's hard to do in the NFL every week.
I think that was personal. That 42 was personal.
Yeah, personal. Yeah, because Cliff. Yeah. But so I'm thinking 28-17 Commanders at home.
We are at home. We're at home. That may give us a slight 3-point edge, And our kicker hasn't missed yet. Our kicker is perfect.
Hey, 369 is perfect.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say every week JD5 is gonna make a special play. That's just him. Yeah. He's a different kind of guy. He's different.
I think he's gonna make a special run play this week. If he's going to do a special, I think it's going to be in the run game because I think Garrett is going to be putting a lot of pressure, and I think at one point he's just going to run by Garrett. Garrett's going to rush. He's going to come outside. He's going to split that middle man. He's going to get him about 20, 25 yards. Yeah. Because they play a lot of man coverage.
They do. Yep.
And that means that your back's to the quarterback.
Yep.
So if he catch him where he's rushing and he got that big lane open and nobody's watching him, I think he can get about 20, 30 yards, man, for real.
I know. I seen an interview with McCaffrey. He said that 90% to 95% of the defensive calls have been zone, different kinds of zones. They do not. Tampa Bay, the Giants.
Cleveland?
No, the last 3 games.
I mean, for us.
For us, yes.
No.
Cincinnati, everybody's been playing us a zone. Maybe 5 or 6 plays. He said every time they play man, we burn them. You know what I'm saying? But he said he's been seeing zones 90% of the time. So I think Cleveland is a man-to-man team. I want to see Cleveland where they stay man-to-man because I think you're right. Then you're going to see a big play by JD5.
Yeah, if JD gets one big one on him, I bet they're going to go into that zone. I bet they go into that zone, man. Especially because he can do that back to back. You know what I mean? He can do that a couple times in a row where he just chop off 10 at a time.
Apparently, people do not like to turn their back to JD5.
I wouldn't either, big guy.
You know what I'm saying? They think he's going to.
You want him, you want him to throw. You don't want him running.
Yeah, they want him to throw it instead of running.
But he been picking everybody apart.
Been picking it apart, though, right? So you got to play man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. 28-17, baby.
28-17. I go with that, but I'm going with the win as well. So
that's right, man.
Let's go with the win. And I know we haven't played, everybody be asking us who make this music. Well, let's go ahead and play the outro, man. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Hey, wait a minute, hold up. I don't know how to click the button. Hey, okay, I don't know. Let's just get out of here, baby.
You don't know. Yeah. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know. You don't. I run you up and down the Serengeti. Heads ain't ready. I chew you up and spit you out like chicken confetti. My rhymes are heavy like elephants, stomping your regiments, dismembering all your limbs, ripping your ligaments. I break you down to an atom, change your chemical structure, roots and culture. You don't wanna fuck with this brother. I'm like a time bomb, or a fresh can of whip. Apple stylus plexiglass, got you face down in the grass, ready to blast. Sticky for your jewels and your cash. Call me Robin Hood. Take the loot back to the hood. I wish you would try to retaliate. I wait like a sniper, beat you like Street Fighter, heat you up like a lighter. Don't need no Ghost Rider. Original skill, killing at will. Terminates career like the pill. This is real, not no fiction. Came up for my jurisdiction. I'm liver than you, whether freestyle or written, hitting hard like a hammer, like a natural disaster, like a hurricane. Plain and simple, bringing the pain. Won the battle. What? I'm ready to do this. Beat your ass like Lennox Lewis. Play you out like Parker Lewis. You must be foolish. Underestimate my abilities. Come from the CLEVE, LAND. Cause of what? You don't know who you messing with. Say you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't know who you messing with. Come on. Say you don't even know. Now do you know who you messing with? Like HIV and AIDS, I'm real sick. Another ghetto hit. Normally I let the flow shine for the mind, but this time I didn't come to educate but dominate.